everybody, Cinema Sickness here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today, I hit up my local Goodwill where I got myself some great buys, so let's take a look at everything I got. So first up is two CD soundtracks that I grabbed both for 97 cents a piece. And the first one isn't actually a soundtrack, but it is cinema related, and that was Tales from the Crypt, Have Yourself a Scary Little Christmas. This was a weird one. I had to pop this one in as soon as I got into my car because I really wanted to hear what was on this. I was just so intrigued by this. I mean, it's Tales from the Crypt, but Christmas. That just really intrigued me, and I had to check it out immediately. And it was very strange. It is basically just a crypt keeper singing his own version of Christmas songs. Things like Deck the Halls with parts of Charlie. It's just Deck the Halls, but really morbid and creepy and kind of disgusting and gross. But done in the Crypt Keeper sort of way where it's really cheesy, really punny, just horrible jokes. It's just really cheeseball. But if you're a fan of Tales from the Crypt, then you probably know what you're getting yourself into here, because the Crypt Keeper is known for his cheese. That's what he does. He is just one big ball of cheese, and that is exactly what you're getting with the CD. So very strange, but definitely glad to have it in my collection. It's a lot of, I guess I would say, a lot of fun to listen to in kind of just a weird sort of way. It's just one of those really strange things that you just can't stop listening to. You're thinking to yourself, this is really bad, but you just want to listen to the whole album because it's so weird that you just got to keep listening. So for 97 cents, this was a good deal. And the second CD I picked up, this time actually being a CD soundtrack, was Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. This is a great score, and when it comes to scores, I can be pretty picky about them, but Star Wars, I love them all. They're great, so much fun to listen to, just great energy behind all the music. They kind of get you pumped and excited. I mean, there are some slower songs, but a lot of them just have a lot of I guess for lack of a better term, oomph to them. You really get excited while listening to these scores, and I really enjoy them. So of course, had to pick this one up. But best of all, this actually comes with a bonus DVD, and that is awesome. Love my CD soundtracks come with bonus DVDs, so I can't wait to pop that one in and check it out. Now onto the DVDs I picked up, and the first one I grabbed for only $1.97 was Desperation. A complete blind buy, but as I just recently told you guys, I have really been getting into Stephen King movies. But not, again, as so much like The Shining and It and stuff like that. Those are classics, those I love, but more of the, I guess I would say, more obscure ones, the ones you don't hear so much about, like Desperation. It's a Stephen King movie that I have heard of, but really know nothing about. So, had to pick it up, since I have been getting into them, and I can't wait to watch this one. And the last two titles I picked up were Penn and Teller Bullshit Season 1 and Season 2. Now, unfortunately, both of these came without the actual slip cases that all these discs would be in. That's definitely a downfall, and these were actually listed by DVD, meaning that each of these DVDs cost me $1.97 a piece. However, that means I only paid $6 a piece for these, actually a little bit under $6 a piece for both of these seasons, which was a great deal. These were in fantastic shape, not a single scratch on them. I've actually never seen a single episode of Penn and Teller Bullshit. I hear it's great. I've heard a lot of really good things about this show, but I've never seen a single episode. So now they have the first two seasons, I definitely gotta check them out. So that's it for what I bought today, so now onto what I watched. So the first time I checked out today, I got myself very excited to watch. I did my best of 2012 video, and I said that this movie was my favorite movie that I watched for the first time back in 2012. And I also mentioned that there's a commentary on it that I had yet to listen to. It actually comes with two commentaries. I'd only listened to the second one, hadn't listened to the first one yet, and I'd be getting around to that really soon. Well, in talking about the movie, I got myself pretty psyched up, so definitely had to check out the first commentary for The Innkeepers. And this movie is just fantastic. By far, one of my all-time favorite horror movies now. I cannot get enough of this. This is one of those movies I could watch over and over again, just, day after day after day, and never get sick of it, because it is just such a well-done and fantastic film. So like I said, I already listened to the first commentary, which actually has a director and both of their main characters doing commentary, and that was great. Very well done. It was more, I don't say it was more fun, because they were both fun commentaries, but this one talked about kind of like, sort of what went on behind the scenes and all the goofing around, and just I'd say more of the fun that happened on set. Whereas the commentary that I checked out today it was with the director, the producer, second unit director, sound designer. It was with more of the crew as opposed to the cast, and it was really great just to hear more of kind of what went on into making the movie, as opposed to just kind of like, oh, here's what happened behind the scenes, and here's some little funny joke, and here's some little like goofy thing that happened while we were shooting. I mean, that's great to listen to. Really enjoyed that commentary, but I really also enjoyed hearing about how the movie was made, why things were done. They explained, certain things in the movie, why they did it that way, why they chose to go this direction, not that way. Very, very interesting. So if you are a fan of this movie, I would highly recommend checking out both commentaries. They're fantastic. They're both very different from each other. You'll learn a lot of different things from both commentaries. Definitely worth checking out. But like I said, if you want to learn more about kind of what the making of the actual film, like what went on in the actual process of making this movie, definitely check out the first commentary. You'll learn a lot. But again, check out the second commentary as well. It's a lot more fun. You'll just learn about all the kind of goofy things that went on during the filming of the movie and how much fun they had making it. So even though I am talking about the first commentary, I gotta say, check them both out. If you haven't listened to them yet, they're definitely worth seeing. And the second title I checked out today was Sam Kinison, Why Did We Laugh? This is definitely something I want to check out ever since I first picked it up, as I am a big fan of documentaries, and I'm a big fan of Sam Kinison. Love his stand-up. Now, I did know a little bit about his life. I kind of knew the beginnings of how he used to be a minister, and then I knew about his death, but there's a lot in between that I was not familiar with. So I definitely wanted to check this out to learn more about this great, great comedian. And I certainly did learn a ton. A very well done documentary. Though at first I was a little suspect of this documentary because there was a ton of concert footage. And I was getting scared that we were going to get 90% concert footage and 10% actual history of this man's life. And that would have been horrible. But it ended up working out that we got a ton of great concert footage, but we also learned a lot. There was a ton of great interviews, a lot of great people talking about Sam Kinison's life and telling, the story of his life. So what had me a little worried in the beginning ended up being pretty cool towards the end, because we're getting not only a lot of great information about Sam Kinison, but we're also seeing a lot of his fantastic stand-up. So you're laughing and learning all at the same time. So a very well done documentary. Not too much more to say about it though. It is just a documentary about his life. If you're interested in checking it out, then I would highly recommend this. This apparently, I think, won some awards. Winner feature documentary, best directorial, New York International Film and Video Festival. So it did win that, which was great. And I think it definitely deserved it. Again, a very well done documentary. And, like I said, what had me worried at first really excited me during the actual film, where we were, laughing and learning about his life. And very interesting life as well. It's kind of crazy the way he died at the end in the car crash. Especially since, of all this drug use, you would think, that would have gotten him in the end, but no, car crash, which again, I already knew about, but, and I guess it's maybe spoiler there if you wanted to watch the documentary and actually learn about his life, but, learning about that is very interesting. You really think that's not how the man would have gone. You think it would have been something else. One of the things I found most interesting in this is, obviously he used to be a minister, and throughout his entire career in his life, he was very religious. Even though he would talk, against the Bible and he would make jokes about the Bible and Jesus and stuff like that, he was still a very religious man. And apparently, when he was dying, he was in the arms of his friends, and he's saying, like, why now? I don't want to die. Why do I have to die? And then apparently he stopped and goes, oh, okay, like that. And apparently it was as if he was actually speaking to somebody. Like, he was like asking, why do I have to die? And then somebody was speaking to him, and he said, oh, okay, I understand why I have to die now. And I'm not really a religious person. I consider myself an agnostic. I keep an open mind. I can't say there is a God. I can't say there's not a God. I don't know what religion is right or wrong. Maybe all religions are wrong. Maybe all religions are right. I have no proof. I can't say what's right or what's wrong. So I keep myself open-minded towards all different theories and ideas. But it's things like this. It's things like that where, a religious person like that, possibly maybe spoke to somebody. That's kind of thing is very interesting. I know people could say, maybe he was just hallucinating, maybe because that's what he believed in. He was just kind of seeing that, and hey, who knows? Maybe that's exactly what happened, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know, and it's things like that that really intrigue me. I love learning about things like that. It really interests me. It's kind of like learning about, whether it's ghosts or aliens, something like that, things we can't actually 100% prove. I'm the same way with religion. I love learning about it because there's a lot of really interesting things that kind of say, well, maybe religion's real, maybe it's not. Different things. So love learning about that. That was very, very interesting. Definitely probably my favorite part of the documentary was learning about that. I thought that was really cool. And this also comes with something pretty cool. This actually comes with, I believe it is called, Sam Kinison, The Last Sermon. It's actually, as it says on here, enclosed audio CD of Sam preaching after his success in comedy. His last sermon in the ministry. Apparently it's 36 minutes long, so very kind of weird they packed that in here. I guess if you want to listen to his last sermon, you can. I really have no interest listening to that. Maybe eventually I will, but like I said, I'm not really religious. I keep an open mind to it, but I don't really want to hear a sermon for the most part. But after watching this this documentary, he had a very strange way of preaching. So maybe I will listen to it because apparently he wasn't just so God. He kind of had his own little sort of messages he wanted to give, and did things kind of his own way. So maybe it is worth listening to. I might actually check it out. So again, I'd recommend this. If you like Sam Kinison stand-up, if you're interested in the man, this is one to check out. So that's it for a ball when I watched today. Definitely got some great titles today from local Goodwill, especially Season 1 and Season 2 of Penn and Teller Bullshit. Definitely looking forward to checking those out. Also watching the first commentary for the Innkeepers. It was great, fantastic. Learned a lot about what went on during the making of the movie and why things were done certain ways. It was a great look into the making of the film. But like I said, that Blu-ray does come with 2 commentaries, and they are both definitely worth checking out. Very well done commentaries, and if you're a fan of the movie, I'd highly recommend them both. And also watching Sam Kinison, Why Do We Laugh? A great documentary. I learned a lot about Sam Kinison that I didn't know before. Really well done. Like I said, you're laughing and learning all at the same time, and I would highly recommend checking it out if you have any interest in the great comedian Sam Kinison. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what I bought when I watch tomorrow. See ya. Hey everybody, Cinema Sickness here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today... And this first one actually technically isn't a CD soundtrack, it's actually just a CD... Oh my god. I was not really all that familiar with. So this is definitely something I wanted to watch. And at first I was a little weary about this It was really, really great to listen to it and to also see all the great commentary. So what had me kind of worried at first ended up actually being pretty cool because I got to see a lot of great concert footage and also, I think I said commentary. What the fuck am I talking about?